The holidays is a great time to convince your children or child to give away toys that they don't use anymore. It's a good idea because you can say, look, in order to get new things, we have to make room for that. You can't possibly keep everything, so let's give away some things that we don't want anymore to children who appreciate it so that you can have room and time to play with toys that you really want. There, you know, it's even for adults, it's a good concept with one thing out, another thing in. I mean, honestly, the body eliminates things. You just don't keep everything you eat inside you, and you don't keep all the skin that you ever grow. In order to grow new skin, you have to exfoliate, right? So why do our houses think that they can keep everything we ever had, you know?
Absolutely, and it is a big struggle for a lot of families, right? Like, for the parent and the child.
Especially when you have a lot of kids, you know, and they, you know, different ages. You're always sort of holding on thinking, oh, well, the youngest will be able to use that. So there's definitely a period of time where, you know, maybe 5 or 10 year span where the kids are different ages and they can use things. But honestly, back in the day, one's grandfather used to, I mean, this is probably before electricity, but, you know, someone's grandpa used to whittle a truck, and that's what the child played with and loved that truck. So really, parents today think that we're doing our children a favor by giving them more. But honestly, there's a point of sort of saturation where it's actually too much, and you know, you don't enjoy what you have because it's so much and it keeps coming in. So it really is a disservice that you do to them by keep bringing more things in.
What advice would you give then to parents about how to declutter?
Well, first of all, in organizing and in, you know, the green movement, it's the mantra is reduce, reuse, and then recycle. So actually reducing the amount of stuff that you bring in is the first way to go. So I like to tell parents, and in my own life, I convince, you know, if my child has a birthday, I have a no gift policy. Or if, you know, the kids want to get a group gift, let it be something that we really want or really need, as opposed to, you know, $10, $20 pieces of plastic that we may already have. So reducing the amount of gifts that come in is really important, especially talking to the relatives, you know, the grandparents and the aunts and uncles. Everyone wants to, I saw this and that's so cute, and they want to give you things. Telling parents, telling grandparents and relatives not to give gifts, or if they want to give something to the child, let it be an experience, like, excuse me, like a music lesson or a gymnastics class or anything that they can experience that they don't have, you know. It's going to end up breaking and you're going to end up throwing it away. So something that they'll always remember, which might be, you know, a day for lunch with grandma and a movie. Something that they can really enjoy and savor and talk about instead of play with and then lose at the park. So houses are getting bigger, which is a problem because stuff somehow sneaks into closets and, you know, areas, and you can kind of not notice how much you have. Basements and attics and closets and drawers, and when you really realize how much you have and that you're not using, I mean, they become black holes. So I think parents definitely do struggle with the amount of stuff that they have. And you know, the biggest thing, honestly, in all of organizing, whether it's kids, parents, singles, couples, older people moving on, empty nesters, the issue first to get rid of is not anything, it's guilt. Getting rid of the guilt is the first thing that you must do when you're trying to declutter, because we hold on to things not because of, you know, any reason that they're useful, but because of what they could be or what they used to be, but not really what they are at the moment. So, you know, grandma made this beautiful Afghan, but it's all moth-eaten and it's smelly, but somehow we're holding on to it. Or, you know, look at this piece of art that my kid made with macaroni on it, and it's like, oh, there's no macaroni anymore. There's the idea that we have to keep everything because we're holding on to the memories. And I think that once you realize that memories are here and the experiences are here, the stuff is not as important.